It's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the London Monarchs. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm... Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, I've been reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Goff now looks to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. Goff on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jonathan Bernard in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, that was just absolutely perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You're talking about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Back to throw here. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To number 33. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the move past the 40. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now gone. got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. This is taken at the 18. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Well, they run the option on second down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
McPherson on the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Working with a second and 4. Goff. It's complete to Fuller. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Goff throwing again. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. London about set to take over on offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now it's Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
You can make it feel pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he's going to use his legs here. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 31-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Rolling to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because They feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, it's gone. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy in the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a gain of 6. And the Lions first down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing again is gone. He's got this complete to Williams. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball, right?
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, on the other side, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll look to throw again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Goff on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
And they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's letting this one go for 4. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact pulled the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4. London about set to take over on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. Got a man. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to throw here. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It's complete to Fuller. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. London about set to take over on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll set up a throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great start to the second quarter. Better than 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in here by Fuller.
Goff now looks to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
London about set to take over on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, what a move.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And just a yard to go here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Right back to him on first down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
This to make it a 3-score game late. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
I certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On second and 10, Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Again, Goff. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
To try again after the sack. Goff has got it to Williams.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And they'll begin by running the option.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 2 touchdowns, less than 90 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On first down, Goff.
Pass complete. It's Hawkinson.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
On first down, it's gone. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Watkins here. Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another first, but they're working with no timeouts.
Here's Fuller with a catch.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.